Welcome to the Protagonist Pub. My name is Tammy, and this is where characters gather. So today it is October Pile of Possibilities day. And there are a plethora of readathons this month. Trying to dip my toe into all of them. Plus trying to work on fulfilling the remaining open challenges on my personal reading challenge. I will link that video down below. So this is going to be a very odd and scattered pile of possibilities. I have my handy dandy Chromebook because I had to plot out my reads this month. So let's go over all the reading challenges this month. So first up is the Victober Readathon. I am not participating in Victober proper, and I will explain what I'm doing when I get to that book. Next up is the Middle-earth Readathon. I will link all of the announcement videos down below. I know that I want to say the Middle-earth Readathon is hosted by the Reading Songbird, and Amanda over at Book Lover Amanda is co-hosting it. And the next readathon is Katie's readathon for October, which is Journey Through the Bible. Here's Katie's graphic. I will link, as always, her announcement video down below. And the last readathon is Anne-tober, which I discovered yesterday as I was preparing to film this video. So those are the 4 active readathons that I am aware of for the month of October, in addition to my own. So it is a very eclectic list, and it should be fun. I had fun picking out books. I had fun trying to figure out where books fit within each readathon, if I could get them to fit. So we shall endeavor to try and make this an interesting month of reading. So first we're going to talk about Texas by James Michener. This is for my personal reading challenge. It is to read the longest book on my TBR. Texas by Michener is 1,429 pages. And in October, I need to read sections 4, 5, and 6. And that will set me up to finish the book by the end of the year. If I read more than that, great. But I need to read at least 4, 5, and 6. And this is fictionalized account of 4.5 centuries of Texas history. It is a wonderful, fascinating read, but it is also a big, thick, chunky book. And I have waited too long to do this. I should have been much more proactive throughout the year. So that is 100% on Tammy. So next up is the Siren of Sussex by Mimi Matthews. This is my Victober read. It also fulfills a personal reading challenge for me. There are 14 letters in the title. Don't know how I came up with that, but several books on this list fulfill that prompt. So this is a Victorian romance. It is a clean romance. I am calling this Victober adjacent. It is set in the right era, but it is not a Victorian classic. And to be honest, I don't have the patience or the desire to pick up the Victorian classic and read it. I wish I did, but the truth of the matter is I don't. I would just be setting myself up for failure, and there is no need for that. So, but it's Victorian adjacent, and that's good enough for me. So, next book is Daughter of Eden by Jill Eileen Smith. This fills a couple of prompts for Katie's Journey Through the Bible Readathon. It has light on the cover, so the light of Jesus. It was a recently gifted purchase book, so it fulfills the Babylon prompt. It's also a journey, so this fulfills multiple prompts. I am very much looking forward to this book. And, oh, it also has long hair on the cover, so fulfills that prompt as well. Next up is The Giver of Stars by Jojo Moyes. This fulfills a prompt for my personal challenge. It is a book my neighbor lent me. It also fulfills, let's see, the Middle-earth Readathon challenge for An Unexpected Journey. A book where the characters go on a journey. Obviously, this book is all about the journey. And, yeah, I think that's the only one that worked for. So next up is The Western Wind by Samantha Harvey. This fulfills a personal prompt for me. 14 letters in the title. It fulfills a spooky read for Anne-tober. And I love this cover. This cover is just perfection for an October atmospheric mood read. This is a medieval cozy. It is 294 pages, so it is well within the possibility of completion. It is my first Samantha Harvey book, and I am looking forward to it. I believe it was also on my third quarter I will love this book. I didn't read it in the third quarter, so... Editing Tammy. The Western Wind by Samantha Harvey also fulfills an Anne-tober prompt. It fulfills the Graveyard of Very Hopes prompt. It's a spooky book. So, here we go. Summer by the Sea by Jenny Hale. Another 14-title book. This was also in my third quarter video, which I have linked down below. And this fulfills, for me, the read a book set in summer prompt. I am sure over the course of the year I've read many books set in summer, but I haven't checked the prompt off in my reading journal, so I will use that one to do that. So, next up is, this was a challenge. I had to go to my Kindle. An Elegant Facade by Christiane Hunter. This also fulfills multiple prompts. It is a recent purchase, and it fulfills a book beginning with E for the Anne-tober. This is book 2 in the Hawthorne House series. It is going to be funny and enjoyable, and it undoubtedly has a strong female lead, so it fulfills the Shield Maiden challenge as well for Middle-earth. I am very much looking forward to this book. Next up is this is a quote from Anne of Green Gables, or from Anne, I'm not sure which book it's in. I suppose it was a romantic way to die. This is for Anne-tober, and the book I've chosen is a Neck Ellie read, and it is A Pie to Die For by Gretchen Rue. It's a good cozy mystery. It gets me to read at least one arc this month. I'm all for that. So, hi Fireball. I'm choosing that book. And then, let's see. Next up is a Solitude of Wolverines by Alice Henderson. This is the first book in, I want to say, the Alex Carter series. I will put it down below. This was a Goodreads arc many years ago. I haven't gotten around to it. I'm getting around to it now. It will fulfill the winter prompt for my personal reading challenge, which again, I'm sure I have fulfilled, but this just looks like a good book to read this month. Takes place in Montana. I love that it has maps in it, which are so rare for a non-fantasy book. And I love the little Wolverine at the beginning of every chapter. So I'm really hoping I like this series. I know my library currently has the books on one of the electronic services, the follow-up books. And the chapters appear to be relatively brief and short, which is always a good indication of pacing in a book. And it's just over 300 pages, so this shouldn't be a problem to read. So I am looking forward to this. The next book fulfills a prompt for Anne-tober, and that prompt is When Your Imagination Comes True, which is a sci-fi or fantasy book. And I am choosing the second book in the Risen Kingdom series, A Labyrinth of Science and Sorcery by Craddock. I haven't even read the inside flap. I am so excited for this book. I cannot wait. So I'm very much looking forward to that one. And the last book of the month. So the last book of the month is going to be The Do-Over by Sharon Peterson. This fulfills 2 readathon prompts. So the last book of the month is going to be The Do-Over by Sharon Peterson. Fulfills 2 readathon prompts. It fulfills the Shield Maiden prompt for the Middle-earth readathon. And it fulfills the book that makes you laugh readathon for Anne-tober. Make sure that's what it's called. No, the Anne-tober is Life is Worth Living If There's a Laugh in It. So, a comedy. So, this will undoubtedly be a comedy. It's a rom-com, and Sharon Peterson always makes me laugh. So, it fulfills 2 books. It's also a recent purchase for me. So, it fulfills a book, a readathon prompt for Katie's. And if you would like to join me in reading The Do-Over, please do so. You can message me on Instagram. We can talk about it there. Sharon Peterson writes these fabulously funny, incredibly strong female lead characters. And there are... I've read one book by her, The Fake Out, and she has not gotten the love she deserves from the rom-com, clean romance community. These books, the one book I've read by her is fabulous, and I have absolutely no doubt that The Do-Over is going to be fabulous. I invite you all to just join me. They're available on Kindle Unlimited. She is so open and authentic on Instagram. You just want to reach out and give her a hug when she needs one. And she's funny and she cracks me up. And she is just the sweetest person. And these books, I am looking forward to The Do-Over. The Fake Out is going to be one of my favorite reads of the year. So I have very high hopes for The Do-Over. And there are so many books that vie for our attention as readers let alone people who talk about books. And it's hard to juggle them all. And it's hard to make room in schedules and to, go outside your comfort zone. And there may be some language. I think Amanda said in the fake out there was some language, but it was so situationally appropriate that I didn't notice it, and it hasn't bothered Amanda that I am aware of. And I'm okay with that because, real life, that happens. We're all not perfect. And what I'm trying to say is that sometimes we need to upend our comfort zone a little bit and make room in our schedules for new authors. And Sharon Peterson is one of those authors I think that is too frequently easily bypassed because her cover models aren't, twig skinny, and she doesn't write heroines that are twig skinny, and I'm so looking forward to this book. So if you'd like to join me at any point in the month and read the do-over, or if you'd like to talk about the fake out, I think October would be a great month to do this, and it is undoubtedly going to be funny, and I am so looking forward to the next book she releases. So please join me in reading the do-over. So those are my October choices. It's a giant pile of possibilities. Will I get to them all? Hopefully. Will there undoubtedly be books in that pile that aren't currently represented? Absolutely. I know that at least 2 books of the Sweater Weather series are released in October. One of those would be by Jenny Proctor. I will undoubtedly be reading those. I will definitely be reading Jenny's book. So, I'm sure there will be additions to this. I'm sure that, life is good and there are just a plethora of books vying for attention. So, what are you planning to read in October? Leave a comment down below, like and subscribe, and I will see you here next time at the Protagonist Pub.